Hey guys, welcome to Project Helljam and to XCOM 2. Um, Today I wanted to go through a kind of a thing that happened to me in XCOM 2 and how I responded to it, because I think it's quite interesting. This isn't going to be a kind of review or a advert for XCOM 2 in any typical sense of the word, but I thought this thing was interesting, and it kind of showcases why the game can be really interesting, and that it kind of challenges you to step up to the situation. And there was a lot of luck involved. I won't deny that, but it's interesting, and I hope you guys will find it interesting too. So, without further ado, let's just dive in, and I want to talk you guys through it. So this is a UFO pickup mission later on in the game. I'm not sure how far I am through the game because I haven't finished it yet. I reckon I'm anywhere between a half to maybe 2/3 of the way through. Everyone's got power armor and plasma weapons, so it's not going too badly. But let's just talk about what's happening in front of you. I put aid protocol onto the ranger because the ranger's about to go up and skulljack a codex, and then I pull off a fairly lucky shot with my last turn on that specialist to kill the Archon, and then we're going to go for the skulljack. 70% chance to hit. I'm hoping there's nothing else around, but I really do need to skulljack a codex for the mission, and I wasn't sure I was going to get another chance, so this happens. We plasma halo sword that thing, which I think is awesome. I choose not to go for the larger intel cache because even though there's little chance between them, might as well go for the other one, which we weren't going to get anyway. So we do that, codex dies, and then we trigger another codex and another Archon. We saw that one coming. Now this triggers the Overwatch that the aid protocol gives the ranger, which is unfortunate since he might have needed it again, but 10 damage isn't bad, I'm not going to say no to that. Then this happens, which, spoilers if you haven't got to this part of the game yet. This is a Metal Gear Solid looking thing if ever I've seen one, called an avatar.
Something entirely new. An alien species that has so far managed to elude capture or observation by resistance forces.
So,
I strongly advise a cautious approach.
thank you, Tygan. Then this codex goes forward and does this very annoying move. So you're thinking, wow, Mr Killamunjaro, everything's going wrong, isn't it? Yep, Bladestorm doesn't kill or stun, even though that's an arc blade, and the Archon just keeps coming. In a battle frenzy now. Crits us for 12 damage, 2 of which is negated by the armor. And then this thing decides to take a pot shot too. And there's a turret there, which is fun times. So, other than that being like the best aid protocol of all time, potentially saving that guy's life. And, just to make it worse, the avatar Psi controls my Psi operative, just to kind of rub salt in the wound. So, that's an example of everything going very wrong very fast in XCOM 2, which can happen. So, going through my mind right now is just, oh my god, what on earth am I supposed to do about all of this? I've got 2 snipers laying in the winds who do have ammo. Everyone caught inside of that Psi vortex no longer has ammo, and they can't stay there till the end of the turn because it will detonate and deal about 5 damage, which is damage I'd like not to take if I can avoid it. Especially since there's more fighting to be done, and what you heard in the background earlier was a sector pod, and that is no fun. So, the question is, what do we do? Now, right now I'm being puzzled by the fact that everything seems to be flanked, and I can't see exactly why that is. I eventually reason out that it must be because I'm inside the vortex, and the vortex kind of ruins what you're seeing outside. So I managed to send him out, and then my first move is to incendiary grenade the avatar, because we need to start laying damage onto that. If I hope to get the Psi operative out, as in regain control of them, I have to kill that avatar this turn, and I have very few moves in which to do it, and in which to kill everything else in front of me. But I have a few tricks up my sleeve that we'll get to. But the first thing to do is to get rid of that Archon and to lay some initial damage down onto that avatar. So in comes the Incendiary, kills the Archon, some good damage, and sets the Avatar ablaze. Doesn't destroy their cover, which I was kind of hoping it would, but Avatar teleports. Right, so we're not going to deal with that right now. Paladin is possibly very dead. So this is very important. I have a sniper which has a lot of moves on him. I was seeing if Rapid Fire could trigger on the Avatar, but Rapid Fire can only trigger on things that aren't in squad sight. So we can't Rapid Fire the Avatar. Then basically now I spend a couple of minutes just thinking, what is my next move? How am I going to save everyone and lay enough damage onto the Avatar? One thing to do would be to start thinking for next turn already. Now my specialist also has a which triggers the turret, of course, in case things hadn't gotten worse already, but I'm not super worried about that right now. Turrets aren't very high damage. What I do have is a Mimic Beacon. Now, this ought to confuse the aliens next turn into attacking it, and might just save my ranger's life, if not a lot of my squad members' lives, if I don't manage to get all the damage down I need to this turn. So that's a little bit of prep for the future. Then the question is, what do we do about this Avatar? I now have only the ranger and the 2 snipers left to coordinate doing any damage to anyone, including the other codexes still on the map. So, what do we do? I spend a little bit thinking about it. Some things to note: this sniper, who's my most valued member on the team for sure, has a lot of cool abilities. Killzone, which I was thinking about using, but it's always better to take shots than to take reaction shots. And that's relying on things moving, which the codexes most likely will, but they're also very hard to hit, so I'm not sure Killzone would have been the right move here. I have this sniper, who is more of a pistol sniper, and she, for whatever reason, the Avatar is blocked for her through the tree, so I can't get a sniper shot onto that. So I'm thinking about maybe using her sniper shot on something else, and then seeing if I can get a pistol onto the Avatar, because she has Implacable, but Implacable will only give me another move and not another shot, so that's not going to work. Moving her forward like that might get her flanked by something, and that's not ideal. That's good cover at the back, so we decide to move there. And we're going to take a pistol shot. I got the plasma pistol. I think this is the first game I have it in, actually. And she crits. Amazing. So happy with that. 8 damage is really good. The Avatar's looking quite low now, and another teleport. Quite far back this time, so there's now no hope that the ranger can get to them. But it means our other sniper now has a shot, actually, which we'll see in a sec. I'm just checking that he does. Yep, there's the shot. There's the Avatar. 59% isn't amazing. The very loud breath you heard was me realizing I have to activate Serial. I have to start laying waste to some stuff. Codex on a 99%, almost certainly going to hit. Crit for 12, we'll take it. Plasma Sniper Rifle is so good. And then we could try hit the turret. I do have armor piercing rounds, so I'll ignore all that armor and just apply straight damage to it. But if I don't apply enough damage, then the Serial won't give me another shot. And that won't be great either. So we just have to take our chances. We roll the dice. Graze only for 4 damage, but 4 damage is damage I'll take. And the damage causes another teleport, much further forward this time. Now, we only have the ranger left, and they only have 2 health and 2 armor bars left, so they have to get out of the line of fire. That's almost certainly going to mean sprinting, since there's no good cover anywhere else. But I notice there's heavy cover flanking the Avatar. They happen to have moved forward into a position where they flank themselves. So, because this is the ranger's time to shine, even though they're basically crippled from all the damage, we're going to run forwards, and we're going to get our flank on. And do it. Kill the Avatar. Now, that releases our Psi Operative from the mind control and are free to get out of the damaging pool of that vortex to somewhere where they can be useful for next turn. The vortex also sucks all the ammo out of your weapon immediately, so everyone has to reload if they're going to keep going. But I can breathe a huge sigh of relief. That was really, really close. Now, a lot of it was down to luck. As you can see, vortex detonates, no one takes damage. Really happy with that. A lot of it was down to luck. Hitting a lucky crit on the pistol. We didn't hit the shot on the sniper, but it grazed, which is really good. This is the codex getting confused by the mimic beacon, which I thought was quite fun to put in. So I'm not gonna, say that a lot of it wasn't luck, but a lot of it was just reacting as well as I could to the situation I was put in. And that's kind of why XCOM 2 is really, really good and really interesting. If you haven't played it yet, or you're unfamiliar with the series, then do have a look at it. I'm planning on doing a series once I've familiarized myself with the game a bit more. And yeah, it's just super interesting in that it really forces you to work hard for the resources you have, and then it really, you're bound to those resources. You just have to make the best of them that you can do. Really interesting game. I hope you enjoyed the video. I thought it was kind of an interesting glimpse into a cool moment, and I hope to see you soon on some new content for XCOM 2. Thank you for watching.